Hey guys, it's Alex. Long day at work. It's 12:24 a.m. right now. Got here at 9:55, so um, was waiting for project to build on development so I could test the thing I was working on real quick so that I could hopefully get out of here as long as everything's committed properly. And been meaning to make a video, so I figured I may as well do it. Why not? What else do I have to do? Just waiting for this stupid project to build, and it takes like 20 minutes, so... And I'm on minute 4, so... And it's failed 3 times already, so... Really reliable. I wanted to talk about getting things done. This is something that I have trouble with a lot of the time because I have a lot of trouble focusing. I'm, I don't know, borderline ADHD, something like that. I don't know. Never been diagnosed with anything, but you don't really need to. You just kind of feel it. I mean, people are going to yell about that, but whatever. Something I found to help me get things done a lot is, it's called the Pomodoro technique. It's basically, Pomodoro is tomato in Spanish, I think, and it's basically, the reference is to a tomato timer, like a kitchen timer that's shaped like a tomato. Hold on, I might actually be able to bring up a picture. Of course not. Pomodoro timer. Images. Yeah. Like that. So, basically the idea is you set it for a certain amount of time, and then you focus on your work for that period of time. Like, no questions asked, you just work until the timer goes off. That said, another very important thing to keep in mind is that having a to-do list of things to do, really helps to focus, because if you know exactly what you're going to do for that 25 minutes, you're a lot more likely to just tick, 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 tick down the list, and you're also a lot more efficient as you're doing that. So what I like to do is, I've been using this a lot lately too, because I have this section that I've been working on, which hopefully should be coming to a close. It's not going to be tonight, it's going to be tomorrow. I have 5 more things to do on it, and most of them I need to talk to other people about whether and how they're going to work. So that we'll just have to wait till tomorrow. But like, all of this other stuff I got done in like the last 4 hours or something like that, because I took 5-10 minutes to write down and go through all the requirements I have for the 2 sections I've been working on. 3, I guess. 4, maybe? I don't know. But for the sections I've been working on, I took the time to go through the requirements, find the stuff that find the stuff that hadn't been done yet, and write it all down on a list. I actually have 2 pages of list, but that's it. But and then, like, make sure that list was exhaustive enough that I know I can go, okay, what's next on my list? And just bam, bam, bam down through the list, and not have to worry about, oh crap, I forgot about this thing, and go down through the list and stuff. So it does only take like 5 minutes or something to make that list, and that list is super important because it helps you know what step is next. And the Pomodoro technique, you can use any timer. It doesn't have to be a tomato. You could use your phone. There's a website I use that is it's called tomatotimer.com, I think. Yeah, tomatotimer.com. And it just sets you a 25-minute timer, and you could use any stretch of time. 25 seems to be the default, but like, I've heard of people using 45 and people using 10, but you could use whatever time you want, but 25 is what Tomato Timer does. But yeah, you hit the button, work like crazy until the end of that 25 minutes, until the timer goes off. You don't even think about the time. It's not like you're going the whole time going, oh, only 5 minutes left. You put the timer aside, don't even think about it, you just work, and then the timer goes off, and at that point you stand up and stretch and go get a drink and stuff like that. And depending on what your goal is, you might have either finished your project in that time, or at this point you take a 5-minute break and then you go get some water and stuff like that, and then you come back, start the timer again, and go again. And I guess after 3 minutes or 3 segments or so, you're supposed to take a 20-minute break instead of a 5-minute break. I mean, I don't stick to the times that much. I mean, aside from the 25 minutes, but even that, I don't always stop when the timer's done. I usually use it as like a jumping off point. So like I go, I mean, my problem most of the time is getting started on things and getting focused. So I use that 25 minutes as a force focus, and then just I know where I'm going from there, and I just continue working. So sometimes I'll end up working for 45 minutes or an hour off of that 25-minute launch, but I've heard people I've told that to people, and they kind of react like I'm supposed to follow the timer exactly, but I think that kind of stuff is weird. Psychologically, I could see the problem if your brain isn't trusting that timer going off will mean the end, but my brain is... I'm using that, like I said, as a jumping off point, so I'm not using it as something that is, stressful to me. Like I said, I don't even think about the timer, and then it goes off, and then I just do whatever, so... But yeah, sorry, I'm babbling now, and it's 7 minutes, but yeah, so to get things done, make yourself a to-do list, a very granular to-do list. So if you have, say, take the garbage out, as a task. So take the garbage out would be the main task. And then you would have, gather garbages. Or how about, we'll start even... So yeah, I'll do it, as I'm doing it. So gather garbages, put them all together, carry them outside. So then you would go even more granular with it. You'd go, okay, well, I know I need to put bags back in the garbages when I gather them, so first step will be gather bags to put in the garbages, then gather the garbages, then put them in one bag, and then take them outside. You go as granular as you need. So something like writing a paper or something like that, you write down... you would write down, find a topic, write an introduction, write a body, write an outro, I don't know what it's called, write a conclusion, it's too late for thinking, but write a conclusion, and, so then you would write down, oh, hold on 1 second, fuck, that's the wrong button, oh, it failed to deploy again. I don't think I'm going to end up getting it tested tonight. The DB keeps failing to deploy. With the same error, remote party did not respond. I'm guessing probably because we shut our servers down at 11:30 or something, because that was the case for a while. But anyway, then you would write down, for find a topic, you might write down... I don't know. I'm having trouble with that, but in everyday life, you go through things like make dinner, then you go more granular with it. Find a recipe, gather ingredients, cook, prepare, plate, and then you could go even more granular with that. Find a recipe, on a website that you like or something like that, and then find ingredients and write down the ingredients, and then prepare it, cook for this long at this time, write down everything, so that... And the idea is, a lot of these things that I wrote down here on this list, they're all bigger things, but some of them are things change the title on this tab, a title here. So the idea is you're seeing momentum and that keeps you going too. And also just that you have this list of things that you know you need to get done, and then you get it done. So you set the timer, you have your list, you set the timer, you work like hell for the 25 minutes or however long the timer's set for, and then you, when the timer goes off, get up, relax, do your thing, and then if you have more work to do, you come back to it 5, 10 minutes later, 20 minutes later, whatever. But a period of time later where you haven't obviously completely lost where you were, unless that's how you want to deal with it. I don't care. But, I mean, the idea is you're trying to get stuff done, and like I said, I've used it a lot lately, so much so that on Monday, there's a girl who's here on Monday and Tuesday, and we usually chat and stuff like that, but on Monday, she thought that I was in a bad mood just because I was so focused on what I was doing, because normally I'm talking and stuff like that. She said on her way out, she's like, I have never heard you this quiet. Are you okay? And then she ended up bringing us cookies yesterday because she thought we were all mad. So, well, I guess Tuesday at this point. Yesterday is now Wednesday because it's 12:35. But that said, I don't think that this deploy is going to work tonight. So I'm just going to wait until tomorrow to test this out, and I'm going to stop babbling at you, but that is how you get things done. I mean, that's how I get things done, and it's been extremely effective for me. So there's obviously other ways, and obviously I don't use this method every time, but if there's something, a task that I know that needs done in a certain amount of time, and I am having trouble focusing on it, I will sit myself down with a timer, start a list, write the list out of all the things I need to do, start the timer, and just bam, on it, and you only spend 5 or 10 minutes on the list. Don't go crazy, because then you'll just make the list forever. So, but I'm going to sign off. I miss chatting with you guys every day. But again, I wasn't making content at that point, so this is fun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Share it with your friends if the tips helped and if you enjoyed watching it. And yeah, that's about it. So, and I'll see you guys Saturday. Thank you guys for watching. You guys are effing amazing, and I will see you Saturday.